going on? My Central Unit Galaxy is the Central Man here. So this is a brand new segment called Wonder Wednesday. Every Wednesday I review every episode from the brand new show on the Disney Plus app called Wandavision. It's a Marvel show all about Scarlet Witch and Vision, played by Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. I saw the trailer for this show and it looks good. It's gone into that comedy direction, 1950s, 1960s sitcom, going into like 70s, 80s, into the present day, post Thanos era of the Marvel Universe. So the show started last Friday and they released the first 2 episodes of season 1. So I'm reviewing the first episode of the first season of WandaVision. It's all about the anniversary, because Wanda and Vision are now married, the husband and wife. They wonder, what is the day? It's the 23rd of August. There is a massive heart on the number 23, stands for the 23rd of August. Vision kind of he's kind of funny. He said about, I don't forget, and Wanda says, tell me why is the day, and Vision says, why is the question again? Kind of funny. Vision is working in I'm guessing it's an office company, and then he asks his colleagues, what we doing? Are we, making something? And his colleague says, no. Are we buying or selling? He says, no. There's a lot of cam laughter in this episode and in the second episode. I don't know, it'll go into basically throughout the whole season. Probably not. But I like sitcoms with cam laughter. Some people think, whoa, it's fake, cam laughter. And I like it with cam laughter. I watch a lot. Still Games, Drinking Jars, 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisp. Anyway, I like it. But anyway, so you got Vision's boss, and you find out that it's Vision's boss is going to Vision's house for dinner. It's not the anniversary, because they told 2 sides of the story. Wanda meets like a woman called Agnes, is basically their neighbor. They think it's, Wanda thinks it's their anniversary. Basically Vision is gonna press her with a romantic evening, basically a dinner, and basically Vision's boss is calling home to dinner. Basically, you got Vision calling Wanda on the phone, trying to explain, but Wanda did not listen. And because there was one joke, basically. Former Vision's employee got fired because he produced a bad dinner party. And then basically they say the same line, Wanda and Vision said about, the best course of action to press, Vision says the best course of action to press the wife. Wanda says the best course of action to press the husband. He did, the thumbs up to Agnes. I'm guessing, they established a friendship. So, it's all about Vision's boss coming home to dinner. And before I get to the rest of this plot, there's basically an advert to a toaster. It's basically not just an ordinary toaster. It's basically they can make meatloaf and pies. It's kind of funny. Some of the shtick in this episode, some of it's funny, others not too much. You could tell it's going in the positive direction of the first episode. Anyway, so back to this plot. So, Vision, his boss, and the boss's wife arrived to his house. The home was dark. It was covered with candles. Wanda thought, he came, forget about, this is the anniversary. Wanda's wearing like a white dress. And he covered Vision's boss's face, and they find out, and she forgot, and then, they make some excuse that, Vision told the boss and the boss's wife she's from Europe, Scarlet Witch is, Eastern European, she ditched the accent in Infinity War, I don't want to get into it, so basically he said was it Scudovian tradition. So, I'm guessing she basically ditched the white dress, I think, can't remember, into her Nordic dress. This is like in the 50s, and I think the next episode is in the 60s, and, I think the lateral stages, or the next, I saw the trailer, they're going into their old retro Marvel costume. Yeah, it's a reference to the comics, I like that. Anyway, so, Wanda, preparing for the meal for the boss and the boss's wife, and that's I think the boss is called Arthur, and the boss's wife called Diane. So basically, there's one funny moments like Wanda is basically trying to make the foods, and the boss and the boss's wife heard the noise in the kitchen, and Diane basically trying to go into to check out what to find out, because they're trying to keep the identity a secret. She pulled back the cupboard door. Those hatches near the between the living room and the kitchen. Almost caught Wanda in the act. Basically, she's doing cooking with her powers because she's She's a witch. This show is all about, Wanda and Vision becoming, being human. Because, Wanda, Scarlet Witch, she's not really, yeah, she's human. She's a human being, but she's not really a normal human being. She's a witch. She's a sorceress. Vision is, I'm calling him a cyborg, because half human, half machine. Vision is formerly known as Jarvis, a computer butler for Tony Stark Iron Man in the past. And Vision's, there's some chemistry between Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. There's some glimpses of the relationship between Vision and Scarlet Witch, in Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, I'm trying to say. There's some chemistry, and now this show, they work together, Vision, singing Yakety Yak. You could no one probably say singing Yakety Yak in the 1950s. They're more like this is a singing a rap song in 1950s. Kind of I can't say epic. I'm trying to distract Wanda, to avoid being seen by the boss and the boss's wife. And also there was, Vision was singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, playing an ukulele, and Old MacDonald Had a Farm, E-I-I-O, on this farm. He's about to say pig because, Vision's boss is basically, fat, I glad they don't do that, don't give the boss some cheek. Wanda is struggling, the food, the course, she was making, chicken. She used her magic powers, and the chicken was burned. She's trying to undo the burning, and she basically turned the chicken into the pile of eggs. Yeah, the chicken was dead, and it was burned, and it's basically reborn, or born, because they're just piles of eggs, because the chicken, comes from an egg. And then, basically, as, Vision, Wanda asks Diane for help instead. And then Vision says, my wife needs me. And my boss Vision boss says, he call you Diane. And, and Vision replies, my wife calls me Diane. And basically, she was making lobster, and then she accidentally levitates the lobster, and lobster kind of thrown away. And the funny part, near the end of this episode, the lobster is near the door, and then you got Diane, the boss, Vision's boss's wife says, you got a nice door knocker. They got a lobster door knocker. That's kind of funny. They were making their dinner is breakfast, English breakfast. It's not like our English breakfast, with sausages, eggs, bacon, beans, tomato, mushrooms, and black pudding and toast. I think it's sausages and eggs. No, bacon and eggs. You basically the boss and the boss's wife asking Wanda and Vision how they married, where they came from, why they're there. they're kind of like, well, we married, and we born, we kind of like come here from, they don't have a direct answer why they're there, why they got married. It could plant the seeds for future episodes of the series, and then you got like Vision bosses basically choking. He got angry and go, damn it, tell me, and then he's choking, and it'd be really like sad and really a shocker. Vision's boss to die. It brings me like an episode of Family Guy from the past when Peter's boss, Mr. Weave, came to dinner. They had meatloaf for dinner, and Brian was choking, and then Mr. Weed is choking. He choked himself to death. I thought they were going in that direction. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Vision managed to pull. They're eating like basically bacon or egg. Vision's boss choking. Vision has the power to go through objects, through walls. He managed to take the food out of the throat. Basically, save his boss's life. And then he basically basically the boss impressed Vision and basically say give Vision a promotion, and that was it. And afterwards they kind of get along. We need a song and we need some wedding rings, and Wanda really summoned up some wedding rings in both her and Vision's hands and kiss, and that was the end. And I don't really call it a cliffhanger, and then you got this, it cuts to modern day, today's timeline. They're in this type of laboratory, someone's holding like a remote, and turn off the TV, and that was it. So anyway, sorry about my stuttering, I'm trying, I speak too fast, Anyways, I think this episode was good. I think it was something a little bit entertaining. It was funny for what it is. They're going in that direction. I heard that the second episode's funnier than the first. You have to wait until next time I review episode 2 of WandaVision, but you can tell it's planting the seeds for a bigger storyline going into season 1. Here's my theories. What it's going to be. I could see Vision not going to be in the modern day episodes in the latter stages. Probably heard they did this in November of 2019. It got postponed due to COVID. They resumed filming in September of last year and ended in November, about nearly 2 months ago. So, and it's going to end in March the 5th. So, basically we've got about 10 to 12 episodes, maybe 15. Probably going into that mid-season period. They could develop in, there's one episode that Wanda's going to be pregnant. I said to myself, how the hell, Wanda's going to make, Vision making Wanda pregnant? Because Vision's not even human. He's a cyborg. You can tell they're developing, they're trying to become human. They need more, they need a few music, they need, wedding rings. You could tell, there's some bonding between Vision and Wanda. I can see him, many adventures, I think people want to see, aftermath to Endgames, Vision, Wanda so depressed without Vision. But unfortunately, they kind of turn the switch, you can tell it's going in that prequel direction. They're still together. This is before Thanos, and then this is before the blip, and then probably like 60, 70, 80 years later, probably in the 10th episode or 12th episode, they'll go into the today's timeline, the now, without Vision, without after the Thanos blip. So it's kind of funny, I thought it's referenced. I feel like it had this Bewitched presence, because Scarlet Witch is a witch, but some of it's a bit cheesy, but I think they kind of they kind of pull it off for the first episode. They don't have to do action from the beginning. I think they're building up the story. I'll let it play out, see what they can do. I can see if it's bad, it's bad, but if it's good, it's good. I can see it being good. It's a slow plot build. Until they get to the then and now Marvel universe. I can see you can tell in the trailer. You can tell there's gonna be some some action gone into it. They're not going to do the comedy stuff for the rest of the season. Otherwise, it's gonna piss off. Yeah, you don't want to alienate the fan base. You don't want to alienate the viewers. They want to see a superhero show. They want to be like, they don't want to end up like Teen Titans Go. They want to be, this show is going to be like, a live action Teen Titans, live action Teen Titans Go, because look at Teen Titans Go, they got shit for years because they're not producing they're not acting like superheroes. They're doing like, paying on, doing something for pulp culture, reference to pulp culture. They're not being like superheroes saving the day, I hope they're not going in that direction. Anyway, it was funny. Vision was funny. Wanda, yeah, she was okay. I don't know much about Agnes. She was okay. So anyway, I'm not gonna do ratings, the same ratings when I'm reviewing my Marvel movie reviews or same at my review of pro wrestling shows, but it's still a good show. It was still a good episode. Go and check it out if you got the Disney Plus app. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your thoughts on the first episode of Wandavision? Haven't saw episode 2 yet. I have not decided to review the first 2 episodes of this show yet. I'm gonna do week by week. That's the format, Episode 1 this week and episode 2 next week. So you have to stay tuned for next week. So yeah, that's my review of the first episode of WandaVision. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more Marvel videos, wrestling videos, and more, and live streams as well. And this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.